Hey folks, welcome to the live stream. My name is Dan. This is Tweet FEV. Thank you all for coming out today. I didn't stream last weekend because I was not in town. Thank you all for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you had a chance to go out and fly. I know the weather's getting a little cold in most of America. I don't really know where you're at, but here where I'm at, it's sunny and it's chilly. It's downright cold for the people who are native to this area, but yeah, it's getting a little cold. Great time for Sorry, my dog just climbed behind the TV. I don't know why. I think she's after something. It's getting a little cool out, so it is whoop season. Like 2 years ago, whoop season was an actual thing. Manufacturers didn't do anything with whoops till, the American fall wintertime came out, but since the COVID came out, whoop season's year round, and I love it. Thank you all for coming out. Good morning, everybody. Rob Logan, always the first one on the board. Thank you so much, my friend. Brandon Baked Beans, he'll be tuning a buddy's Cine Whoop this morning. Brandon Baked Beans is really good at tuning. I'm trying to learn to tune better. I think I can hold my own, but man, it must be a left brain, right brain thing, because he looks at a black box log and he can almost picture how the quad's flying. Flash to a Matrix flashback thingy. You know what I mean? Mike Bergman, how you doing? One Vision Aerial, good morning. Rick Zapata, a longtime supporter of the channel. Thank you so much for coming out today. Tony Hernandez, thank you as well. Morton Upshot, one of the few people that understand my crappy sense of humor. Thank you. Says he bought the Darwin Baby Ape, flew it for the first time yesterday, smashed it on the second pack. Speaking of Darwin Baby Ape, I have one right here. I just opened the box to take a look, make sure it was all in there. Interesting quad. Super, super cheap. If you didn't catch it on one of the previous live streams, it's like a $68 quad. You need to put a receiver in it, but yeah, it'll be interesting. But he says he snapped the leg clean off. The frame is ultra thin. Remember, super cheap. The motors look like they came off a DJI Mavic Air. It's really weird. Athex, how you doing this morning? Over in the chat, Gamma Gonad, thank you so much for coming out. Athex, as always. Dan363, first stream. Thank you so much for coming out, my friend. I haven't seen you on here, as you're saying, first stream. Glad you made it out. Win Jumbie FEV retro. Yeah, he likes my retro theme. Well, I think he likes my retro theme. I assume so. Got the sunglasses, smiley face thing. Athex is saying Sharkbite has been fun. I've been dabbling with Sharkbite a little bit. I missed out on the new camera releases. Kind of bummed about that, but I think with the one and only Evan Turner doing a three-peat, number one, multi-GP nationals, flying on Sharkbite, I got a feeling that manufacturers are now just clawing at the door to start producing Divimath, Sharkbite, Shark, whatever that is, products. I seem like I can pronounce it if I don't think about it. But yeah, people are going to be, you're going to see a lot more stuff come out for it. I believe so. A lot more development, especially with the backing of Evan Turner, proving that it can win on a national stage, world stage. I don't know. I think it's national stage. But yeah, Sharkbite is killing it. They need a good shot of development to go into it. It's come a long way, and I think there's still quite a bit of potential. And I said it in the beginning with the Bitefrost that it is going to be a racer's platform, and it seems like it's going to. They also came out with a new Race VTX. It's like the original Race VTX, just smaller, so it actually fits in a normal frame on a 20x20 mount. So pretty darn cool. Burnt electronic smell is something that it just never goes away, man. Mike Berman says he needs to get on Sharkbite. Yeah, man, it's great. It sucks because you need analog for micros, and low latency, Shark Bite for racing, and DJI for enjoying flying acro. Well, you don't need it, but you know what I mean. Oh, by the way, enjoying a nice cup of Ruby Moon coffee. This is his Christmas blend. You want to get $1.50 off each item? Head over to Ruby Moon Coffee. Use my coupon code TweetFPV and show them some love. This is, again, I always say it, it's great coffee. I do truly like this coffee. It's pretty darn good. Nick Hayes, how you doing this morning? Flow PR, how are you doing? I got your messages over on the YouTubes. I hate troubleshooting through the YouTube message thing. Hit me up on Discord, tweetfb.com. You'll find a link at the bottom for my Discord invite. Go over there and I'll help you out with your TX12. It's just after about 4 back and forths on YouTube Messenger, it stops giving me notifications that you're talking to me, and I'll never see it, and it'll just seem like I'm being a D-bag and ignoring you. So Discord is the way to do it. Go to the troubleshooting section and post up pictures and your question, and myself and any of the other really helpful people over there will help you out there, man. Mike Bergman is finally going ELRS today, man. Once you go ELRS, you don't go back. Yeah, I think that's how that goes. I don't know. Splinter FPV says he's been loving the two-wheel content on Instagram. Keep it up. Thank you so much. That's the kind of comments I need to hear to keep doing the recording. That project is coming along very nice. Really hope it works. Unfortunately, that bike came with the motor removed from it, so I honestly don't know if there's some other hidden issues in it. But the motor's been completely gone through, completely rebuilt. I'm over on cleaning up the frame, putting things back together, and I'm going to tackle the electrical. Dude before me had gutted every piece of electrical on it besides the CDI and a toggle switch he used for a kill switch. I managed to find a new old stock wire harness for the bike for like $20 off Fleabay, so that's going to make my life a hell of a lot better, or easier, better and easy. I don't know. What do you know? Anyway, so if you want to get my attention over here on the live chat thing, ooh, we're doing the window inception thing. Type @tweetfv and it'll light up in orange here, or you can go over to my Discord, and I have a 3D. Nope, I have a live. Come on, I have a live stream section. Go ahead and post up over there, and I'll answer your questions. And as always, the old super chat thing is greatly appreciated. I will certainly get to your question if you decide to go that route. Then FPV, good morning. How are you? I'm doing very well. Glad to be back in town. Last weekend, no live stream. Went to go visit family out in Chicago. Gotta tell you, I'm not a city person, but I really do enjoy Chicago. Just mass transit. I've never had mass transit anywhere I've lived. It's kind of cool. It's nice. I just don't go out at night because Chicago is fucking sketchy as hell. There. Gotta get used to that button. But yeah. Hopefully you guys watched a few of my last videos. The one where I blew up the LiPo. Just for some backstory on that, I had a LiPo that was suspiciously taking too long to charge and was getting hot. I've never experienced my LiPos getting hot while charging at like a 1C rate. This one was getting hot. So I decided, I'm going to see if it pops. Started recording it, and it didn't. But it took like 2 hours to charge this pack at like a 2C charge, which is really weird. So I'm like, well, let's make a pop. Let's make a battery explode. So I used that battery to power my charger to pump 8S voltage unbalanced into a known, weak pack. Oh boy, was that impressive. But the thing that really was impressive to me is that the pack that I was using to discharge or to power the charger also went off. It didn't catch on fire, but it did rupture and burn, which that really is an eye-opener to me because I've used a discharger forever. One of the IST FD200s, super awesome discharger, by the way. I know a discharger sounds stupid, but once you have one, you realize how good it is. But I've always kind of left them unattended because I'm like, it's discharging, whatever. But that's gonna change from now on. I do have a bat safe. It's such an inconvenient pain in the to use. I charge all my packs on top of it. Probably not going to do that anymore. Packs are going to go in it. It's kind of a double-edged sword because, like, if you're charging packs out on the bench, you can monitor it, feel them, watch them, see if anything starts to sound or look weird. But if they're in that bat box, it's Schrodinger's bat box, you know? They're on fire until they're not on fire, right? Is that how that goes? So I don't know. Yeah. Nick Hayes has a very interesting question, and I've been screaming this since I flew DJI for the first time. He says, personally, I think DJI could release an alternate firmware that could focus on latency and racing in general and compete with SharkBite. Oh my God, yes, I've been saying this forever. Release a firmware that is like, has race mode. It talks to your quad once to switch channels, because the VTX does that lead follow thing. Talks once, the goggles shut up until the next power cycle, and it focuses on latency as opposed to video quality. Right now, the DJI goggles are video quality, latency second. I wish they would do that, and that would be an easy way for DJI to just break into racing and start killing everybody. The last video I put out, there's a couple little Easter eggs in there you might want to pay attention to, but I talk about this. This is the Cosmo Streamer. It works with the DJI V1 goggles to give you an HDMI output. There are a couple apps that commented, said it's stupid because DigiView does V1 and V2, but I haven't found a DigiView that allows me to output to HDMI. So for all those people, go yourselves. I'm getting tired of the really negative comments on YouTube. And the thing is, they'll make a really shitty comment and then they'll delete it. Problem is, I still get the notification, and I still see it, and I still know who you are. Anyways, sorry, little ranty rant. For 200 milliwatts, it's good. I can definitely say analog plus. Yeah, they definitely need to come out with like a 1 watt VTX for SharkBite, and that would really help. But I think SharkBite's plan was to kind of break into the casual backyard flyer and racing, because that's where there was kind of the niche to get in there. But yeah. I stick by my shitty comments. Thank you. I mean, at least you own up to it. No, it's not shitty comments. It's the ones where people are just clearly they comment before they actually watch more than 2% of the video. Those ones bother me. I don't know why they bother me so much. It's crazy how EP2s go further than immortal antennas with better response time being so much smaller. It's crazy how EP2s go further than immortal and mini mortal antennas with better. You must be are you comparing that to 900 megahertz EDOC? Yeah. Splinter FE says it's nice to visit as long as you can go home to somewhere else. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Dan636 asks, the other day I watched your video flashing XM Plus receivers. Yeah, you had a FR Sky X9 Lite. How does that compare to the QX7 feel-wise? All right, this is a personal thing. This is just me. Everybody's different. I absolutely hate the ergonomics of the QX7. I think it is a trash radio. I'll fight you on it. I don't like it. I think it's a garbage radio that was super cheap, and that's why people bought it. But the ergonomics on it are trash for me. The X9 Lite is by far one of my favorite feeling radios. It's a good blend between large and small and build quality. If you're looking to get a FR Sky radio, the X9 Lite S is my number one recommendation. It's great for our hobby. There's other radios out there that are bigger. There's radios that are smaller. Some with really cool looking LCD touchscreen color and all that stuff, but I don't really care when I'm in the goggles. I don't see my radio. But I do like the X9 Lite a lot. But I do not like the QX7. It's a good radio. I mean, effectively, it's the exact same radio internals wise. It's just the shape of the box and how many switches you want. Yeah. Is it possible to run ELRS on a Tango 1? I do believe so. I think, I don't know that for sure. Mike Bergman, does the Tango 1 run OpenTX, or is it running some other weird OS? If it's running OpenTX, I believe you should be able to do it. And anything running OpenTX right now is limited to 250 hertz anyways. People are shitty when they can be anonymous. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I have horrible one-wheel news. I rode to Salem, but it was raining and then downpoured. Made it home the next day. Error 16 on my board. Oh, no, that's not good. Really, the only thing you could do is send it back to Future Motion, man. I had error 16 on mine. I maybe the second, third owner. I had 60 miles on it, though, and I sent it back to them, and they repaired it for free and sent it back. They even covered shipping. But what I would recommend, rather than digging into your board, is hit up Future Motion. I know, like, all the Facebook groups give Future Motion's customer service a horrible rap, but what else are you gonna do? Hit them up, see if they can help you at all. They can definitely fix it, without a doubt. Your ability to fix it is limited by the availability of parts and like what's actually wrong with it. But yeah, Rain and the XR is not compatible. Yeah, parts are hard to find, and like they have that ecosystem so locked down there, Rob. Splinter. That's awesome. Oh, that's an awesome comment. I love it. C-Tan 656. It feels so dull. Made my quads lackluster when flying. The gimbal throws are so long. Yeah. Plus, like the old 2.4 gigahertz transmission protocols. I mean, ignorance is bliss on this one. If you've never flown one of the low latency links, you're not going to miss anything. But if you have gone and flown ELRS, Ghost, Tracer, and then you go back to the old 2.4 stuff, it's very noticeable. But yeah, I just don't like the ergos of it. The issue I always found with it was, sorry, stuff's falling off the bench here. When I flew, back when I had the QX7, I was a pincher, and I always found I could not get to the top and the inside corners like this. I have since switched to thumbing. The Nirvana kind of broke me into being a thumber. But this radio, it's just the right size. It's the right weight. It has just enough switches. It has trim switches. Then the S model has these momentaries on the back here, which I find super useful. The Vario, or the potentiometer, all I use that for is to run my my speaker volume, and that's it. Arm switch. This is my turtle mode switch, so if I have to turtle mode, it's... And then... So it's one less thing. And you can use the momentaries for that as well. But, I mean, honestly, I only really need 2 switches on a radio. I don't need this many. So this is overkill, but I do like having trim switches if I ever did get around to flying a wing. And it's light enough, uses 18650s, has internal charging. That's a nice thing about the S model, is it does internally charge when you plug it in. It's charging. But yeah, and again, it's all personal preference. Like, there's a lot of people that get a hold of that, they have like monster hands, and they hate that radio, and they love the QX7 because it is bigger, or they like the TX16 because it's bigger. It's all personal feeling. Brandon Baked Beans, how you doing, man? Triple B in the house. Let's see. Yeah, Mike Bergman, what operating system does it run? I'm curious. I've never got a hold of a Tango 1. Apparently the Mambo is modeled after the Tango 1 for both, I guess both sides here are, they said this is like two halves of a Tango 1 without the center section kind of pushed together. And I do really like this radio. This one has replaced my X9 Lite as my daily driver because this thing has the best RC link in it. Yeah, Express LRS. It feels dumb to have this radio with all of it what it can do and then jam the ELRS module in the back of it. But whatever. It is what it is. Pretty confident in my ability to fix it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could fix it, but knowing what part is actually bad and being able to get the replacement part is the tough part, working on one wheels. Ola FPV, how you doing this morning? So picked me a great Cineframe for analog setup, a GoPro on top. This motor's 2203s. The FPV Cineglide, or Cinesplore. Marcel. Wish I could flash my X-Lite. Yeah, that'd be nice if you could do that. Brandon Baker says I went flying with Buddy in Cedar Grove near his house. Do a range comparison through the woods. EP2 does well in the woods. Keeps up with Crossfire. That's great to hear. Which one had the maximum range though? Trying to rewire a cheapo TX for ours. Okay. Let's see. Dan636, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thanks for the advice. I don't have any local hobby shops to go check out radios. That was really helpful. Thank you. You rock. Hey man, no problem. I'm happy to give advice. And if you do decide that you want to go purchase one of those radios, shameless plug, go to tweetfb.com and my camera's overheating. Click the affiliate links at the bottom. And I have it in 4K again, like an idiot. Hopefully it survives the overheating issue. Oh man, I keep doing that. These Sony cams are freaking great, but man, the overheating issue is real on these things. All right, so what else we got going on? I got hit up by Beta FPV to check out one of their AIOs. I've released a video on that, I think, a couple weeks ago, but they also are sending me one of these. Wrong screen for some reason. What the hell's going on here? Hang on. OBS is just some baddening. There we go. Thank you so much, OBS, for not being a total pile of crap. I don't know why OBS always changes. Whatever. But they're sending me one of these, the full-size JR micro TX module in ELRS 2.4 gigahertz, because why not? I'm really hoping that the build quality is a little bit better than the micro. The micro build quality was fine, but the initial batch they sent out had some design issues. Nothing major. If you got one that doesn't flash, you just send it back, or there's a resistor mod you can do. You shouldn't have to do that stuff though. But I am really liking this. I don't understand why everybody is so balls deep in the Iron Man BS. But I mean, I'll never turn away some RGB because we know it makes everything faster. But I'm pretty excited to try this one out. Let's see. Brandon Baker says Crossfire wasn't dipping on LQ mode. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, that makes sense. Basically got to do a head-to-head with EP2 to Crossfire Mini Immortal in that Ripsqueak. He had one taking into the spot Mini Immortal build RX Loss. Yeah. Okay, good to know. Rob Logan, yeah, I can't get Future Motion to fix it. It's out of warranty for 2 years. I mean, they'll fix it. They're just going to charge you for it. Yeah, it's not going to be under warranty, but if you want it fixed without, you know what I mean? Like, they will fix stuff outside of warranty. They're just going to charge you for it. I'm not sure what that costs. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's actually wrong with it. Did you have your board badgered at all? Or was it just, you're just raw dogging it in the water with it? Point being, Crossfire is overkill for drones unless it's real long range or perhaps pro grade lifter. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Mike Bergman says Beta FPV ELRS AIO looks interesting as long as it gets support for 2S. I do believe it does. Only 1S. Yes. Yeah, this is the one that they sent me to take a look at, and it is a 1S only. But it was intended to be like a whoop board for an actual whoop, not just something that's running a whoop board. And let's see, let's go over to the old Doge cam here. We've got Mary sitting there doing absolutely nothing like usual. Keep up the good work. Sweetie, treat. Mary. It's treat times for the dogs. They're pretty good. They really like these sweet potato treats. It's kind of neat. Yeah, the prices are really, really competitive with the ELRS stuff. Plus, I mean, in all the testing, it's about the best stuff out there right now. Yeah, mine would flash over Wi-Fi, but I couldn't plug it in through the USB port to flash it. I needed that resistor mod, but I mean, yeah, I never badgered it. I've been contemplating doing that to my XR. I just haven't gotten around to it. Missing out with your first gen Happy Mile stuff, yeah. Is there a difference between Beta FPV AIO with ELRS that's supposed to be 2S support? There is a different one. It has 12 SCSCs. Yeah, there isn't one out yet. I'd imagine there will be eventually. So I think they have one in one of their pre-builds, don't they? I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they will be. Everybody's going to jump on the ELRS bandwagon. Water reactor heart. Hey, thanks. What Sharkbite VTX cam and VTX do you have? I have a couple different ones, but the one I'm using right now is the whoop board, and then just the standard run cam camera. Family Guyver, how are you doing this morning? You still consider trying out a Pi? I don't like how... I'd like to know if I could run Betaflight or BL Heli configurations. Always hath been. I'm not understanding the question. I consider trying out a Pi. Yeah, not sure what you're asking. Yeah, I used to fly Crossfire all the time. I had issues at races with a couple of the other guys that were flying 900 megahertz. other than and every time you crash and had antenna damage, you were pretty much hosed. So other than that, Crossfire's always been good. As far as like a long range link, I'll probably stick with Crossfire just because I already have a ton of them sitting around. But anything I'm building is getting ELRS 2.4. Also, have you seen the show Inside Job? I don't know. No, I have not seen that. Oh, yes, I have. Sorry. Yeah, I've I've been watching the crap out of it. Really like it. It reminds me a lot of like Futurama, Disenchantment, that kind of genre of comedies. Yeah, I really liked it. I binged that one while building the Voron. Let's see, Mike Bergman here posted a link to a beta FPV Express LRS 2.4, 1S 12 amp. Why is this not on their website? All right. What the hell? All right, so here's their current offerings for brushless flight controllers. And then here is this supposed beta FPV one that they say has ELRS on it. It looks like there's an antenna mount right there. This is 1 to 2S F4 Pro. The description says 1S. I don't know what this is. There's 18 in stock. USB-C. This is an impressive little flight controller. Does not support 2S. This is weird. This is a really weird listing. $55 for a AIO with ELRS. That's competitive. Yeah, this is weird. Like, why is it not? I'm not here. Why are you not here? Interesting. Whenever I've had Crossfire failures, it's usually because the antennas were trashed. It's always the antennas. I thought you said something about a Raspberry Pi board and seeing what you could do. Yeah, okay, so, okay, I got you, Stan. So, yeah, my DJI FPV Outbox, this is running a Pi. It has a pre-built image on it. I am not super up on how to use Linux and the Raspberry Pi ecosystem, all that stuff. There are other projects out there that do have other distros on it that have like Betaflight and things like that, but it's just not where I'm at yet. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm an idiot. It is on their website. It's this one. But for some reason, they don't put ELRS in the description, which, like, why would you not do that? So, yep, there it is. It's definitely listed as a 1S. Support both 1S and 2S battery now. Okay, so the V1 was 1S. The V2 is 2S. I will probably be picking one of these up. Thanks for the heads up on that one. These companies are their own worst enemy when it comes to their marketing. I don't understand. Rick Spada got tickets to CES. Oh, man, that's awesome. Chewy on the tweet. Okay. Paid FPV website is so ghetto. Yeah, it's not very good. Let's see. Apex sent a picture of some of his fixed wings. That's a good fixed wing right there. I like that one. Why are these all screwed up now? There's his fixed wings. Very cool, man. I really want to get into flying fixed wing. It's like a weird mental block of why I don't do it. Mike Bergman is going to support 2S, and here's more info on the page. Power drone, nope. Aerodrone. I'm not shopping there anymore. There's new FPV drama out there. Bob Ruge finally tells all about why he's had issues with Pyrodrone, and it correlates with the issues that I've had with Pyrodrone with my FPV grip business. So no longer am I supporting Pyrodrone or recommending them. I've also had horrible customer service with them. My let's see, what was the last quad I bought from them? It was the the Emax Babyhawk HD. The FC burned up on like the second plug-in, and they told me basically to go get and deal with Emax myself. So screw them. I'm out. Splinter, dang time flies, gonna go over some packs. Yeah, man, if you guys got packs charged and it's nice outside, please stop watching this and go out and go fly. My door's over there. That's why I'm pointing that way. Let's see. Do they have an external? Do they have an external XJT 30 on that module? And I do believe they do. Yes, they do. Right there. I believe this one will do 500 milliwatts. Yeah, 500 milliwatts. So they're probably using the same RF chip and all that stuff as the smaller version that they released. Ramdonko, how are you doing today? Okay, yeah, so if that's the FC that comes in the HX115LR, there is a bit of a difference between that and the 1S board. The 1S board runs the ELRS over SPI, whereas that board runs it over a UART. So there is a little bit higher latency through SPI. Not that it really is going to make that much of a difference, but that is a bit of a difference. But the version 2 might be different. I don't know. I hope the V2 isn't a turd, yeah. Rex Payday, can you run 2 printers separately from one Raspberry Pi with Octoprint? Yes, you can. Mike Bergman, there's a delay in the chat. I sent Pyrodrone link for info only before you found out. Okay, yeah. There is a bit of delay. I think on low latency, I think there's about a 30-second delay. Let's see, hang on. Oh, I didn't do that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's about 10-second delay on low latency. Ultra low latency is even faster. It's almost instantaneous. But I don't retain the live playback or the live chat playback if you do that option. I'll leave this. Yeah, Good call. Nope, same person's running it. Family Guy, same person's running it. And you know, I haven't made my personal issues public, except for with my closest friends in the community. But they do stock, or they did stock, a plethora of radio grips that they bought from me. But I'll tell you what, it was a struggle. And if they wanted to re-up, I'm pretty sure I would not re-up with them. So yeah, Race Day Quads has been absolutely phenomenal. I love Race Day Quads. You can say what you want about the owner and all that stuff, but Race Day Quads is awesome, especially for the small person in the community. They're willing to give everybody a chance if they got a good product or a good idea. And they just communicate 100 times better. It feels like Pyro is trying to be run on a shoestring of like just like one or two people. Paul McDonald said add customer service with Get FPV. Yeah, everybody's got stories about everybody having issues with customer service. Yeah. And I know people have had issues with Race Day Quads. It all depends on the issue and what it is. You know, customer service is such a hard thing to say. They have excellent customer service because, you know, it's just like this Happy Model Micro. I crashed it a million times and I haven't broken the frame, but somebody else crashes it once and shatters it. It's so hard to say. They told me to pound sand and go talk to iFlight. So there are a few manufacturers out there that will not do customer service through a third party like the retailer, and they want you to work directly with them. And that holds true across the board of whatever company's selling it. The difference between like what Pyro did and what Race Day Quads has done for me is Race Day Quads initiated the conversation, like a reply all type email. They initiated it and they were there monitoring it the whole time. And I asked them on the side, like, so what happens if they don't help me out, or if this gets shitty, or they just stop talking? They're like, nah, we'll step in and take care of you. But Pyro was just like, sorry, we don't support that. And I asked them what companies do that, and I was shocked. It was like a list of like 15 companies that don't allow the retailer to do customer service for them. So it sucks. More doggo treats. I got 3 packs in 7 minutes. Awesome. Let's see. Where was I at? Mike Berger talked with Rugi in depth about it. My shit with Pyro. They shady AF. That is my general consensus on the Pyro drone thing. And unfortunately, like, their prices are good. Oh, they also, I'm pretty sure they removed all their first responder discounts. So for that, Race Day Quad still has them. Bought your T-Light grips from Race Day Quads. Awesome, Bork. If you didn't know, I also sell grips on my website, tweetfv.com. If you're outside of the U.S. and you want to buy a set of grips and you're not buying something from Pyro Drone already, go to my website. I sell them for, the shipping is $3 anywhere in the world. It's free in the U.S., but $3 anywhere in the world. Shipping takes a long time. I send them in an envelope to kind of avoid customs. Don't tell them. So if you're outside the U.S. and you want a set of grips, that's the way to do it. Yeah, I've had really good luck with Banggood customer service. I know a lot of people who don't, but got to be patient and you got to jump through their hoops. Like, you can't just tell them exactly what you want and expect it. You have to play their game. They have a script they have to go through. They have a checklist they have to do. And for the most part, it's like, show us a picture of it installed, show us an example of the issue you're having, and then it's like, all right, we'll give you $5 back, and you always say no. Like, no. I want a replacement flight controller or whatever it is, and then they always back down on the second offer, on the first offer. Like, okay, cool, we'll send you a new one. That's been my experience. My brother works on Taylor's golf course. Tyler's, yeah. That's cool. I have golfed once. It was in Guantanamo Bay. It was awful, and I'm glad it sucked because it's one of those hobbies I don't want to get into. All right, so on to some other stuff. Man. I have been doing a lot of different stuff in the background, working on this old vintage motocrosser. I've been building a Voron 2.4. If you don't know what that is, it is a monster 3D printer. It's super fast. I've been using a FormBot kit if anybody's interested. So far, I'm like 80% done with it. The FormBot kit is very nice. I highly recommend it. They've made a lot of improvements over the old one, or the old model. But I want to talk about this. So this was a little teaser pic I put out there for next month's Patreon giveaway. I haven't really told anybody what it is yet. I've been dropping little subtle hints all over my videos, the live stream, things like that. There are hints at what it is. I'm considering skipping November and making December a monster giveaway. I'm talking RTF, well over exceeding $1,500. Radio, quad, goggles, you like the whole shebang, other than lipos, just because those suck to ship. But it's kind of going to be up to the patrons whether they want to skip in November and then just double down on December. I really broke the bank on what I had in that picture. So just kind of curious what you guys think. Morton says we need a Voron stream. I was going to do that, but I was going to record all the Voron build process, but there's so many other videos out there that do a really good job, that like 3D printing is their thing, and that's what their channel's all about. So I don't know. I mean, I'm already mostly built. I was just going to do kind of updates and just kind of do updates, show the differences in the kit that I have versus some others. Speedy, how you doing today, man? Ram Donko maybe go in the middle of transport is bad. It's going to be expensive regardless because it's a lot of weight. Honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Voron thing. I've got a lot of pictures of the Voron build. I'll show you some. I put out a public poll on my Discord. You guys voted for the color of the accent parts. You voted green. I was not happy with you guys for voting for green because green sucks, but honestly, you guys made the right choice. The green looks really good on the Voron. Let's see. Link to the Voron kit I used. It is this one. I bought mine through 3D Printer Bay, but then they buy it through FormBot, so I would just skip 3D Printer Bay and just go with FormBot. So I'm doing the 350, 350, 350, the Dragoon high flow, hot end. And yeah, that's about how much the kit is. The kit has been very impressive. They're using very good parts. So some of the things that they needed to improve on from the previous kits were the hardware, because they're using just raw steel hardware that was just covered in oil. Off-brand power supplies, off-brand power switching unit for the heated bed, because the heated bed runs off mains. The heated bed was a it was a machined, no, it was an extruded aluminum plate, which tended to warp. They've replaced the hardware with all stainless steel hardware. The bed is now an extruded machined build plate, way better. And they've changed the stepper motors out to Moons, which are better than the originals. The power supplies are all Meanwell. The SSR, the solid state relay for the heated bed, is a well-known major brand. So they've really done a big thing, and the big improvement, and the biggest improvement, pre-made wire harnesses. That makes it worth it right there, because that was always the worst part, is doing the wire harnesses yourself, crimping the ends, all the JST connectors, pre-made wire harness. I haven't gotten to that part to see if they did a good job on it or not, or if they're even right. So I'm still reserving some judgment on that one, but yeah, the wire harness is a big deal. $780 to build one. Yeah, it's not that bad. They do not come with 3D printed parts, so you do need to print all your parts. You need to be able to print in ABS. These have to be printed in ABS. There are people on Etsy selling 3D printed parts. You could ask some other people who 3D print all the time that could maybe sell you some parts. And they also do a print it forward program where you buy parts from them and then you print replacements and send them back. I think that's how it works. Or maybe it's just community members that are 3D printing parts. But it's only like the essentials. Like, it's not the skirting or any of the panel clips or anything like that. It's just going to be the stuff so you could build the core of the unit. Let's see. Sorry, I haven't been watching the chat. Robbie, how you doing today, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, exactly, Morton. If you want an expert, you'll watch Tom Stanton, because he is... Challenger? Tom... Yeah, I can't remember what it... Can't pronounce his last name, but he's... I think he's in Sweden, and he's big into this thing. He did a live... it was like 7 live streams for building a Voron. And if he's saying it's his favorite printer and it's the one he uses all the time, that's good enough for me. But for a little bit of perspective, my other printer is that one, and that is the Prusa Mark IIIS. So I've had other printers before this one, and I've had other printers after this one. So far, that one's staying. We'll see. Voron green, same color as your shirt. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's see. My wife told me she hates when I wear green, so my closet's like full of green shirts now. It just kind of happens that way. I'm not sure. What tier should we join to qualify for contest? Any tier will join, or words. Family Giver, any tier will get you in on the giveaways. The $5 and up will give you the link as soon as I make it live. The under $5, I make the link live, or I send out a public live post when I go live with the giveaway video. That's kind of how I'm separating them. I would have enjoyed a vlog like how Tech did. I was like, maybe I can. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm not just showing you a pile of printed parts and pieces, so maybe I will do it from here. Robbie, have you let the cat out of the bag on the December giveaway? No, I have not. We were just talking about it. I don't know how long you've been in the live stream. Let's talk about maybe skipping November. I haven't finalized anything yet, but I'll put it out on the Patreon, Discord, and the Patreon, yeah, that thing. I was thinking about skipping November and doing a massive December giveaway, kind of like a Christmas or whatever deity you subscribe to or public holiday you use, giveaway where I'm talking like well over $1,600, like full built quad, goggles, controller, basically everything but lipos and a charger. But I'll let the patrons decide. And this is open to everybody. You just got to get the link. I only make the links available on Patreon and one other secret place. So if you get the link and you sign up, that's great for you. But no, I haven't let the cat out of the bag, but there have been little Easter eggs in my last couple videos. There's one in this live stream, if you guys have picked it out yet. I'm not really sure. 350 is a very respectable build envelope. Yeah, so that the big reason why I decided, like, that's it, I'm gonna bite the bullet, I'm gonna build this thing, is I do have a few prints that I need the larger build platform on. And other large format printers are just like, okay, cool, it's a bed slinger, I don't really care, nothing special on it. But the Voron is doing something completely different. And the engineering that went into this thing is fantastic. Like, just putting the extruder and a hot end assembly together is, while I'm assembling, I'm like, man, this is really impressive. Morton loves his Mark III S. Yes, I do too. If anybody asks me what 3D printer to get, my first answer is the best 3D printer is the one your friend has. Think about that. My next one is the Mark III S. Yes, it's expensive, but do you want to f around with tuning and profiles and all the other stuff that comes along with 3D printing, or do you just want to print? Like, if you're a tinkerer, there's lots of really good low dollar budget options out there. If you want to just print and start making stuff, making high quality prints, and you don't want to screw around, the Prusa is the way to go. Got a few guys together, went through 30 packs. Man, I don't think I've ever flown 30 packs in a row. I've never had time to go through 30 packs. Mike Bergman, he sells some quads so I can buy a Voron kit. Yeah. When you see me starting to sell quads and stuff, it's because I got something else on the back burner. Yeah. Here is a picture of the gantry system. I'm still wrapping my head around how the whole Core XY thing works. It is really impressive. By like stalling one motor and turning another one, you can make it go left or right, and then the other one makes it go forward, backward, and both together make it go. It's an impressive setup. It's all 3D printed, obviously, other than the extrusions. I don't have my hot end yet. I opted for the Dragoon high flow hot end, and it shipped separately. And I didn't print the part. It came with the E3D clone to start with, but I didn't print the parts for the E3D clone. It does use an inductive leveling probe. I would prefer a BL Touch, but inductive is fine. Inductive works well on the Prusa, but the thing I like about the BL Touch is you can use different types of build platforms, and it'll automatically calibrate based off the distance. Like, if you want to throw a sheet of like Garolite on there, you can do that, but you can't with an inductive. Here's some more kind of buildy type videos or pictures. That's the hotbed. This is the other thing that I'm not super impressed with, is the silicone heating mat is quite a bit smaller than the build envelope. I really wish this would have been extended out quite a bit. We'll see how well the heating goes. I mean, if I start to see that parts want to warp and peel off the edges, I'll probably replace this with a different silicone heater. And there's all the wire harnesses that come for it. Like, they've got everything. Like the SSR switch, the mains, thermistor, Y motor, end stops, fans, extruder, X motor, fan 0. There's lots of fans in this thing. Power supply to motherboard, bunch of spares. Yeah, so they have a lot of parts in there. They use a lot of Wago wire nuts, or Wago wire levers, whatever. They're like quick disconnect nuts for wiring for a lot of the build. Everything, all the electronics go underneath on these 2 DIN rails, which are really nice. There's skirting that goes all the way around. There's a couple fans back here that keep everything cool, and then there's another panel that covers all of that up to try to make it safe. This is a really interesting setup as well, so it uses moon stepper motors, and it's also using a monster gear reduction for running both of the X rails, or all 4 of the X rails, up and down. So the bed doesn't move at all. Your Z height is all done on the 4 corners, and it's really interesting. If you try to move it manually, it can articulate quite a bit. It's really, really neat setup. And yeah, the frame's just all 20 by 20 extruded aluminum. The FormBot kit was pretty good. All the extrusions seemed to be exactly the right length. And then Mary's sitting over here judging me, wondering why I'm not petting her. Let's see. Prusa is like the Lexus 3D printers. There's a lot of other great printers out there. Just Creality brands are more like Honda Civics. Everyone has one, or has a few of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it, Marcel. There's nothing wrong with the Creality printers, except for there's lots of things wrong with them. Not really sure how to say that. Like, they're all copies of the Prusa, basically. Prusa comes with a direct drive extruder. It's a decent build envelope. I wish it was bigger. I like that their slicer is integrated with the printer. Like, profiles are pretty close. Like, there's no messing around you have to do. It only works now because I don't have a job. Stay-at-home dad. Man, that's the job I want. The kit is very fun to build. The only time I found myself swearing at it was the electronics, or like the panel in the back where you plug in your power cord. The screws were just barely long enough to get into the T-nuts. Oh, this thing comes with the quick T-nuts. So a lot of the T-nuts out there are like these hammerhead style, where you've got to put them in the extrusion, put a screw in them, and then hopefully they turn sideways and lock into the extrusion. It came with a big bag of these things, and I don't personally like these at all. They're not bad, but they're kind of a pain in the butt. But it also came with a monster bag of both M3 and M5 versions of T-nuts like these, with the little spring load thing. So you can stick this in the extrusion and then grab a screwdriver and pop them into place. These ones, and like they're stuck like that. These ones will sit in the rail and they'll fall out, or you'll stick a screw in there and they won't turn, and they'll end up pulling out of the extrusion. These ones are way more better. But it came with both kinds, so not too shabby. But it's been pretty fun. The only other jank thing is the fan. The two fans for the electronics are held in by VHB. Whatever, not a big deal. Mike Berger says, I don't enjoy printing ABS. I absolutely love printing and love working with ABS. It's been a very long time, and after I printed my first set of parts for this thing, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This is why I love ABS. The finish is phenomenal. The ability to finish it is phenomenal. It sands like wood, whereas almost all the other printer materials out there, they kind of ball up and get really nasty. Crabtree FPV, what's up, nerds? How you doing, my friend? Well, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well today. About the MMU2 upgrade, but it's still in the box because my printer is running perfectly, and I don't want to tempt fate. Next breakdown, I might do it. Yep, that's how I thought about the MMU2. I bought it. It sat in a box forever. The thing about the MMU2 is you can just stop using it. And you can use your printer just like it was originally. I had a lot of growing pains with it, just getting the PTFE tubes just right. The PTFE tubes that come with it, throw them in the trash, like violently throw them in the trash, and buy yourself Capricorn tubing. That makes it 100% better. But that said, the MMU2, I only use it really for filament switching, not for multi-material prints. It's awesome because I have like 5 filaments loaded up there, and like in my slicer, I just select which one I want to use, send it to the Raspberry Pi. Yes, I'm using the Raspberry Pi Zero that's built into the side of my Prusa. I have no problems with it. I don't know why people seem to say don't use it. It's garbage. I mean, if you're comparing it to what a Raspberry Pi 3 works like, then yes, it works just fine. And I could just hit send from my computer, thing starts doing its thing. The other awesome part is filament joining. or spool joining. So it will run a spool completely out, go, hey, I'm out of filament. It'll kick out the old filament and the carriage will go to the next one and just start printing again. That is one of the biggest things that I love about it, is just not having to worry about running out of filament. Yes, the original Prusa has the filament run out detection, but it just stops. This one picks the next damn spool and keeps printing. Like, how cool is that? And it's been 100% reliable for that. Gotta fix what isn't broken. Yeah, exactly. Just that gnarly ABS smell. Certain ABS materials smell worse than others. The Overture ABS is not bad at all. Hatchbox definitely smells worse than the Overture stuff, or the Amazon Basics. It's the same company. Raspberry Pi for the win. Yeah, good luck finding one. They're expensive if you can find them. Can't stand ABS. PETG prints so much nicer and easier for me. PETG does print nice. It does print easy. But if you're going to like make really nice final models, like where you're going to like finish sand and paint and all that stuff, ABS is the way to go. Yeah, I love ABS. Most people hate ABS because they just can't print it. You got to have an enclosure. The smell doesn't bother me at all. But I'm also not like locked in a small room with it. Mike Berman, love the Amazon Basics filament. Yes, it is very good filament. I'm not a fan of their TPU. I had issues with the first roll, but that may just be. Morton Upshot, I'm printing ABS right now. No problems, no smell. Yeah, exactly. Every manufacturer's different. Hatchbox stinks. Amazon ain't bad. And all the black parts on this printer are all Amazon Basics. Or Overture, whatever. So the only downside, or the only complaint I have about the Overture ABS is they put too much of it on the spool. I know it's a weird complaint, but what happens is it tends to want to fall off the spool while you're printing. It's a huge pain in the ass. I usually take like the first, I don't know, like 4 or 5 wraps off the spool and put it on a separate spool. Using filament joining, I can use that entire thing up. And I'm only left with a piece about maybe 2 feet long that I have to throw away, which that's not bad. It's just kind of what's in the Bowden before the MMU2. Bardwell, no live stream today? Really? Huh. I started printing ABS for mass helmets, but the PETG, you don't have to sand and it goes together nicely. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what kind of finished product you're looking for. Small ABS parts, you could definitely get away without an enclosure. But I'm printing full build sheets for the Voron. I'm talking like 24+ hour prints. 0 failures. 0 failures. I don't know if that's a testament to my consistency and OCD for printing or just Prusa's consistency. Over on the Discord chat, Ally posts, per Joshua Barrows, apologies, I'm skipped the live stream today. I need to get a little more footage for Action 2 review before Fabio goes. Okay. Yeah, so that's another thing on my list is let's talk about that, the DJI Action 2. What are you guys thinking? Does it look good or not? All right, the community poll up here. What do you think of the DJI Action 2? Is it going to be a good camera or not? I've seen a lot of negative reviews on it. I'm kind of curious what you all think. Obviously, there's no real other option out there in that size and that quality, but I've seen a lot of issues. Hopefully, it's all software repairable. Morton, bed is hot as hell. Yeah, I do 110 on the bed. What are you printing that big? Have you thought about joining Astro Match and printing full-size RTD2 yet? No, my prints, I'd say 99% of my prints are all functional prints. I have very few like All right, JV FPV. That doesn't count. You can't buy a new session. I voted no and took that vote away. I'm definitely not going to entertain the idea of buying one until they're in Best Buys and I can use the black tie protection program and abuse the crap out of it. So what am I printing that's that big? Hang on a second. All right, so why I need a bigger printer. It's a stupid reason, and it was just a really easy way to make an excuse for it. But the reason I need a 3D printer is for this other project here I'm working on. This is a 1972 TS250. If you guys saw the first pictures from it, you know that this looks way better than it did before. So the big problem I have is this oil tank, there's no cover for it. I have been searching high and low for a replacement, and I cannot find one. I haven't found one used, so I used 3D modeling software using photogrammetry and Fusion 360, and I designed a replacement cover. This is just printed out of some cheap-ass white PLA, but I have designed a replacement cover for it. This thing actually looks pretty good on the bike. Problem right now is my build envelope is far too small to print this. And you see I've got a seam line that I basically just used the soldering iron to stitch the two pieces together. But that's my really flimsy excuse for doing the Voron project, because I need something that's a little bit bigger. Unless some of you, or unless anyone out there has a 72 TS250 with a side cover that would be willing to let me borrow it, I would love to get a hold of one, even one that's broken, and do a 3D scan of it so I can reproduce it. It was just a plastic cover. There's not a lot of them out there in the wild, but I know probably none of you have one, but if you do, for some reason, please let me borrow it. I've hit up a few people that have these bikes and asked them, and their responses universally is no way, because the fact that they just don't exist. This bike's from 1972, so parts are very hard to find, especially new parts. So that would be my really crappy reason for wanting to get a Voron. Plus, I want a faster printer. You know, why not? Yeah. Too expensive for what it is. Yes, I agree. It is too expensive. The data transfer. Oh my god. Probably one of the most impressive FPV flight videos I have seen in a very long time, and it's always the same guy that does this to me. Drew Camden, Ladrib. He has his own personal channel. He used to produce a lot of his own FPV flight videos. And then once he became the president of Rotor Riot, he's really laid off on his own channel. But every once in a, it's like once a quarter, he puts out a flight video that is just absolutely mind-blowingly good. And he did one this week talking about the DJI Action 2, and it was the most impressive, mind-bending, flowy, just beautifully done flight footage that I've seen in a long time. And it's always him that does that. I very much love the way his flight style is. Back when he lived in Detroit, all the bandos he flew, I've been around a lot of those bandos, being from that area. So impressive. If you guys haven't seen it, you definitely need to give it a watch after this. But he was talking about the battery and the transfer rates. The transfer rate to the SD card is really, really slow, like painfully slow. But at least while it's doing that, it's charging the main camera back up. So I guess it's okay, but I don't know. Considering I still have two unicorns laying around, the old Session 5. I'm not really any market, but I do try to keep up with new things. I've got the Session 5, I've got the Hero 8, I've got the Insta360 Go 2. I really do like the Insta360 Go 2. Insta360 did release a powered back for it, so kind of like the Peanut has the little power lead you can wire in your quad. Insta360 Go has released one as well, which kind of knew that was going to happen. Hathaway's been, it looks like a good start towards a legit FPV action camera. It needs to be able to dump its digital contents easily and recharge, though. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I said that before you even said your comment, or before I read it, but yeah, exactly. Elliot, Best Buy has them now. God damn it. All right, I guess I'm going to have to go buy one. People loving the magnet idea. For most FPV pilots will not use the magnets. I do love the magnet idea, like with the Insta360 Go. If you're going to use it for something other than just FPV footage, which that's kind of what I do, it's great. I love that idea. I have seen some of the rock steady footage looks really weird and notchy when you like go from wherever its tolerance of wanting to keep the horizon level to not. It's just like nothing, and it snaps. Yeah, that's kind of disorienting and jarring, but I'm sure they'll find a way to work around it. 3D printing is awesome for that. Yep. Yeah, Ladrib is very flowy with the worst stabilization camera because he doesn't need it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his flight videos are just impressive. There might be a DualShock video. I have looked and I can't find anything. These bikes aren't super popular, and they're not even really all that popular with the vintage community, but there's a few people out there working on them. There's another fella on YouTube who's doing a bunch of restorations on some old Japanese motocrossers and enduro bikes like this. Yeah. But I mean, so that was, show you a picture of the original just so you guys can get an idea how far I've come with it. Here's what it looked like when I got it. So she's come a long, long way. Sorry, it'd be easier if I just do like a side-by-side. That's where we're at. A lot of time. And of course. Yeah, off-axis. That's an excellent suggestion. Everybody smash that like button. Go to tweetfv.com. Become a patron because you are not going to want to miss out on the next couple giveaways I have. Because when you miss out, you're going to be really upset. I don't know if anybody's picked up on the Easter eggs in the room yet, but yeah, they're there. You might have to look for them, though. Smashed it twice already. Oh, man, don't do that. What's it do when you hit it twice? Does it just undo it? I don't know. Oh, let's see. So no Bardwell today, so that means I don't have to worry about jumping off at noon exactly. Although I probably will because you know, I got life to work on, and the Voron. God dang, I can't get this. Where's it at? Oh, jeez, you scared me. She scared me. She like jumped on my leg right when I turned around. Yes, I love you too. This is Sweetie. She's a Feist. Your stereotypical Southern Alabama trailer trash dog. She's a good one, but she just likes to lick faces, and I don't like her licking my face, but she loves it. Stop. Always gotta like fight with her. Yeah. Okay. Go. You go outside. Outside. All right. Outside. Yeah, the dogs. Lost a gerbil this week. Yep, pour one out for the baby gerbil. Her mom decided that that gerbil the mom killed the baby, which is kind of effed up, but you know, Animal Kingdom being what it is what it is. What the hell is on the B? What the hell is on the B? I don't know what's on the B. Yeah, she's a good little dog. On the wall behind me. That? Hang on. Point. Nope. This way. That? Is that what you're asking about? What's that? Alley-oop? That would be an X-Class quad. Yeah, that's an X-Class. Trying to find a picture of it. Well, I guess I gotta just go. Yeah, Mike Bergman. Yeah, I've been fielding those jokes all week at work because he used to stick gerbils in his ass. Allegedly. Or the hamsters. I don't know. Probably gerbils. You need that big long tail. Let's see. So this is what's on that wall behind me. That is my X-Class quad. I don't fly it very often. I don't fly it all that often. I mostly fly it if I'm doing like flight demonstrations for like the local colleges, or if we're doing like something special at the field. But yeah, it's a 13-inch prop. It's running 4214 or 4814 motors, I think. It is monstrously big. I'm running 8S on it, so 2 4S packs in series. It's all iFlight everything. iFlight PDB, FC, ESCs, motors, and I think these are Gemfan 13-inch props. But to give you a bit of perspective, if you take your average 5-inch quad, it is engulfed by the envelope of the prop itself. So, yeah. X-Class is a good way to scare the crap out of people. When you're flying the X-Class, though, it's just like flying any other quad. You're just like, oh, this is just like a sluggish, like maybe flying a 5-inch on biblades, you know? But once you see your shadow, or you fly by yourself and feel the prop wash coming off of it, there's a little bit of, you know, a little bit of that going on. It is scary as hell. I have tons of LEDs on it. It's bright as shit. But yeah, it's interesting to fly. I'm afraid to crash it, so I don't really push it. I've flown through our we did a multi-GP race, and I was hitting gates with it, you know, the standard 5-inch quad gates, just because. What PDB? Okay, so power distribution board. Not many people use power distribution boards anymore. They're more for back when you did. Let's see if I can just show you. Back when you did a lot of no 4-in-1 ESCs, when you're doing like individual ESCs on arms, you would use a PDB to give you the pads to extend out to the ESCs quad parts. They may not even make them anymore. Oh, here's a PDB. There you go. Yeah, this is the one I'm using right here. So PDB, we have an output for each ESC, and all this is doing is just passing power and ground from the main discharge leads out to convenient solderable spots. And then we have outputs for our signal wires for, you know, motor 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then TX for telemetry if you're going to run telemetry. And, you know, there's always a lot of filtration on there. Some older flight controllers, I'm talking like old flight controllers, didn't have built-in voltage regulators, so you had to give them 5 volts to make them run. If you have one of those, you should probably stop using it. So, yeah, I use this for that. And also, yeah. Let's see if I can show you the ESCs I was using. So these are the ESCs. 80 amp, 2 to 8S ESCs. Individual ESCs are kind of a thing of the past. Some people still run them and prefer them, but this is basically like what's in a 4-in-1, except for these are a lot larger, can handle a lot more heat and a lot more current. I hope that explains or answers your question, Borked. Baby ape won't kill a man. I don't know. I'm sure you could. You gotta get creative. Alien 5 is a nice PDB quad. Yeah. I think a lot of KISS builds still use PDBs because, you know, they're KISS. They want to keep it simple, right? Yeah. So back in the day, PDBs were a big thing. Flight controllers didn't have good voltage regulation on them, so you kind of had to do that. But yeah, X-Class, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a crowd pleaser. It's something that people can like look at and track while it's flying around, especially with like the 300 watts of freaking LEDs I have. I think it's bright, stupid bright. I'm running Runcam Eagle camera. Pour one out for that guy. Like a eSheen 1.2 watt VTX. I'm running R9. Been a while since I've flown it. Sussex Twin G F7 flight controller, that PDB. I have a LED distribution board from Tiny's LEDs that I can control with the pin IO box on a switch, so I can turn the LEDs on and off with a switch. What's the flight time? 5-10 minutes, depending on how hard I'm pushing it. And I don't push it very hard. The tune is terrible on it. Like it just wants to wobble really bad. It stops. I'm afraid to flip it because I got a feeling that it's gonna flip out and crash. And when you crash those things, it's like $100 for a motor, $100 for an ESC, $100 for an arm. Like everything's $100. So during the build process, Banggood basically supplied all the parts for that, which was really cool of them. Motor 3 ESC would burn up every time I flew it. And I went through 3 ESCs. I went through a PDB. I went through a couple motors. The motors were fine. I don't know exactly what caused it, but I'm thinking it was the PDB was defective. Even iFlight was like, I don't see how. And I'm like, I don't either, but I changed it and it stopped burning up these ESCs. iFlight refunded me for every part that I replaced on that quad. All the ESCs, the PDB, the flight controller, the things I didn't even buy from them, they gave me my money back. iFlight has always been a winner in my books after that. Think about using those same electronics on 9-inch America. Yeah. The only thing better out there would be APD ESCs. But, well, I mean, they're 8S ESCs. They're not bad. $50. $50 for an ESC. But they're like 12S. Their 12S ESCs are $100 a piece. But there's a reason why. Because they are way more better than just about anything else out there. But the iFlight ESCs, they're not that expensive. And not bad either. But capped at 8S, though. This quad really needs to be on 12S, but I'd have to upgrade the ESCs on, and I just don't want to put $400 into it. Maybe I will one of these days. I don't know. Family Guy, we're sorry for the delay. Power went out of my house. Hey, thank you so much. You are now part of one of the cool kids up here, which I don't know why this keeps changing on me every freaking time I open OBS, but your name will be on there next week. Oh, shit. I am so sorry. Oops, sorry about the swearing. We have new members since the last live stream. I totally forgot to talk about them. Julian Vincent and Corey Reinderneck. Thank you so much for joining the Cool Kids Club. And I'm pretty sure I have a few more now. Let's see. All right, Family Guyver, thank you so much for joining. Watch this. Let's see. Open logos, patrons, and A, B, C, D, E, A, M, I, L, Y, G, I, G, Y, V, E, R. All right, your name will be up there. Thank you so much. You folks over on Patreon are the ones that keep this thing going. Trust me, there are plenty of times where I just want to say, you know what? I'm out. Like the burnout's getting real. Yeah. Ellie did a little live stream yesterday showcasing other pilots' flights. Got to throw a big thanks to you, Bardwell, Ciati, for the inspiration. Yeah, man. Glad I could help. If anything I can do to help you out, let me know. After watching Nurk use those APD ESCs on his 12-inch 7S, made me want to do that build. Apparently, the reason it flew well was the ESCs running ProShot 1000. I don't know if that's really the case, but it doesn't hurt. I don't know. That quad was just stupid. 12S, it's 7-inch. That thing's nuts. But yeah. Anyways. Stupid YouTube chat. If you want to join the Cool Kids Club up there, go to tweetfpv.com and hit that Patreon link. That is the best way that you can support me and the things I'm doing here. We'll see what you guys want to do for the December giveaway. I kind of don't want to let you know what it is because I want it to be a surprise, but then again, I feel like I need to tell you what it is. That way you guys want to do it. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, that's for sure. Need to get a set of grips next. All right, yeah. Tweetfpv.com if you want to get a set of grips. That's where you can get them, or over on Gray Stick Quads. Wow. Brain shut off on that one. Hey, the overheating warning went away on my camera. Thank goodness. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do some other like miscellaneous content. I stopped doing iGao. I'm sorry. I really enjoy it, but I was hitting the edge of the amount of time I could put into improving my skills. Plus, I was breaking a bunch of shit. And the other thing that pushed me over the edge, I know it sounds like excuses, but I bought a bunch of new batteries at the beginning of iGao, and right now they're all hitting that wall where I need to replace them all. So I got family stuff. I got work stuff going on. I've got other projects. The iGao's got to go. That sucked up way too much of my week. So no more iGao videos. To the rest of you guys that are still in it, good luck. You need it. But yeah. So I'm going to start releasing videos Tuesday, Thursday, and live streaming Sunday. The Tuesday video is probably going to be something off-brand. It's not going to be FPV related. It's going to be 3D printers, motorcycles, how to fix a freaking Roomba, you know, just the other stuff that I have out there that I want to, the other information I want to get out, but I don't want to make another channel. Some people have been really about that idea, but you know, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Yeah. Let's see, current JW, I got my grips this week. That purple sparkles. Been fighting sinus infection. Yes, tested, not COVID. Haven't had a chance to add to my stuff. Yeah, that you'll have glurpies for about the first month, but it'll stop shedding after a while, and you'll be all right. Rick Cepeda, we gonna do the Secret Santa thing this year. I am so glad you brought that up because that was the next thing I was gonna say. Last year, I did Secret Santa. If you don't believe in Santa or that's not your religious leaning, I really don't give two flying. It's just how I refer to it. It's how everybody I know refers to White Elephant, Secret Shopper, Secret Santa, whatever it is. I'm going to call it Secret Santa. If it offends you, I'm sorry. If that's what offends you, I don't know how you're still here. I'll be honest with you. Anyways, I did it last year for a small group of people on my Discord, and I want to do it again this year. Yeah, Mike Bergman, that's exactly my thoughts. But, you know, they're still out there. Lure yourself and ask for money. Who leaves after a January giveaway? Thought, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to do it again. I am not going to make it public to like the random YouTube community. These have got to be people that I've heard of, I know of, who've been part of my Discord, my Patreon, just because there's a lot of gray area on this one where people can get screwed over. I did have 2 people last year that after I gave everybody the name of who they're buying for, people bought stuff for everybody except for 2 people were like, oh yeah, I'm out. But they already had things coming to them. So those guys got a gift, which that's kind of the whole point of it. It's a giving thing. It's not so much about receiving, but it's the giving part. But they didn't give to the 2 people that they had, so I left a hole in the whole mess, and I covered them. I really don't want to do that again this year, but that's exactly why I'm keeping it to a close group. If you want in on it, we'll do it right now. Here we go. Let's see. 2021. Is that the right year? Oh, yeah. SECRET SANTA. Secret Santa group. There you go. It's over in Discord. If you want to get on it, let me know that you're interested. And we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Things are more expensive this year. Like the thing I really liked giving away last year was the newbie drone Project Mockingbird brushed whoop. That thing was really nice for a brushed whoop, and the price was awesome. Gamma Gonad, you are 100% correct on that. Doing a lot with your RDQ link, AFF link. Thank you so much, Speedy. I greatly appreciate it. Rick Spada says it was fun last year. I definitely plan on doing it again this year. It's a lot of headache, but we'll get it. Current stage, I like seeing other contact 3D printing, CNC. You're making grips, motorcycle repair, general DIY helps keep things fun. I agree. If you have an issue like that again with the okay. Thanks, Speedy. I appreciate that. Hopefully I get out later today and get a rip, depending on how I feel. Yeah. I taught a motorcycle safety foundation class yesterday morning. Started at 8. I work nights, so I don't get home till 2 in the morning. Got up at 6, went back to work to teach the class. And, I'll be honest, every time I go to teach one of these classes, I don't charge for it. It's completely free to the people I offer it to. I teach the class, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's a lot of work, but after, while I'm doing it, it's one of the most rewarding things that I do out there. Had a decent group, had 6 people come out yesterday. Go through the basics, kind of relearn how to ride safely. One dude showed up who had never ridden a motorcycle in his life. Bought a bike, had his buddy drop it off, and we pulled him through the knot hole, and he actually did really well. But this is always a lot of fun. The weather is great. It's a little chilly in the morning, but yeah, it's some of the most rewarding things, rewarding work I do. Yeah, it's super fun. I love watching drift clips. I don't care how played out they are. F the haters. Drift clips are awesome. Have you seen the drift clips where people are doing FPV, but they're doing it behind like the 1/64th drift cars with like micros? That is so cool, because if you don't know that that's what you're looking at, you'd swear it was the full-size thing. I paid a good chunk of money for my safety course. Did the advanced one. Yeah, the advanced course, I can do it on this range. A problem is I'm the only MSF coach in the area that can teach here. I am advanced certified, but I need another coach to teach with me. It's interesting to be able to scrub off your chicken strips on a flat chunk of concrete. Had a guy in my group that was lethal to himself. Yeesh. I have one of Bob's 1S boards. I want to make a crack whoop. I've got stuff to build so many quads. I just don't have the time to do it. I've got 2 toothpick builds. I've got a box for a 533 or a 533 switchback. Everything in a box. I've got this one. I've got this. I just don't have time. Can someone find me a way to make more time? I need it. I need to find a way to make time. All right, Rick, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll have to see if we can get Nevin in on this. He got in there last year, and I feel bad because that's how I ended up with this. This was Secret Santa from last year from Nevin. I shouldn't know, but I feel like everybody does end up knowing who sent them stuff. But I feel bad because I really haven't started using it until just recently. Bought the roster frame, need motor still. I think we're going with those 533 motors. 533 motors are freaking nice. But, I mean, dollar per dollar, some of the best motors you can get out there are the Newbie Drone Flow. The Newbie Drone... The Newbie Drone Flow 2306.5 motors. Dollar per dollar, these things are really nice. My personal opinion of the Emax Eco 2s is stay away from them. I am not impressed at all. They run incredibly hot, and they tend to bend pretty easy. I think the Eco 1s were a better motor, in my opinion. Ram Doggo, I'm making time. Built a size 65mm tiny whoop with one of Bob's 1S boards, and it freaking rocks. Bob's stuff is really good, but man, is it hard to get a hold of. Punked 6. How do you reset the bind button on a heavy model Express LRS 2.4 receiver page so it does not have a protocol? You need to go into the CLI. Let me just show you. Sorry, just being stupid. All right, let's see, display 2. There we go. All right, so we're gonna connect. This is a ELRS board, and I think what you're asking is to say nothing here. I can't see the chat because I'm an idiot. Hang on a second. I don't normally do direct live chat help, but yeah, let's go for it. Punked, are you talking about this right here where it has nothing in the SPI bus receiver window? I believe that's what you're asking. If it is, you're gonna have to go to CLI and type get receiver, get RX, serial RX provider. That's what it is. And change it to spec 1024. And this is how it all comes out right there. Get EXPRES. And this is what I have set up for Express LRS. I wonder if I can just dump this into the chat there. If that doesn't work for you, like I've told the other folks, go to tweetfb.com, hit that Discord link and go over to Discord, go into the troubleshooting section, and post up your question. We'll do what we can to get you going. And then also the easy, like, hitting the hammer or the nail with the sledgehammer ways, you can just reflash it. Sometimes, especially with this beta firmware, sometimes that just works easier. Let's see, back to the chat. Where are you at? You means yes, and speak, I want to Bluetooth, that'll be selling soon. Not my thing. Looks like you're actually watching what you're typing on my phone. Interesting. You always have some tweaks needed for now, but it works awesome. Yep. So hopefully that answered your question, or at least get you going in the right direction. If not, like I said, go to Discord and hit the troubleshooting section. We'll get you going. Just going with Bob's newest 5-inch frames. Has he been making some new frames? FPV cycle. Frames. Let's see. Tooth Fairy 2. Yeah, nothing really new in the last couple months. Oh, you're beta testing. Interesting. It's as a prototype. 5 AOS 5 Tooth Fairy 2. I have 3-way. What size prop? Never mind. I'll just read what you wrote. 5-inch. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Got a couple Caddx Polar Nanos. They weigh 2.45 grams and look really damn good. Yeah, I just wish the Caddx Polars had that 120 frames per second, man. It makes such a big difference. I bought the race frame. Which race frame? Current JW, what race frame are you talking about? Does anybody want to do a Super Chat giveaway today? I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on what I'm going to give away, right? Let's go to the box. I have a box of stuff here. I have a 3D printed vise. Prusa colors, of course. I have a Pyrocube 5-inch box race frame. This has been my go-to frame for a very long time. This is an awesome frame. A bunch of Immersion RC Ghost stuff. A couple 1S battery chargers. What is this? This is... Oh, that's what this is. Maybe that'll do it. All right, folks. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna do a Super Chat giveaway. All right, let's put up a poll here. I just realized my shoe's not tied. Yes, I'm a 12-year-old. All right. Sorry. Stalling, doing stuff. Let's see. All right, let's do a new poll. What you want? All right, we have a... Can't spell that. Add option. Option number 3 is a All right, guys, here we go. Let me know what it is you want to do. No dogs. Sorry, my dog, my shoe came untied. Yeah, DJI Action 2 is way too expensive, but man, like I just wish DJI would, or GoPro would do a session again. Something light and small and durable, and cheap, and fast, and high quality. I just want all the things. Why not? Let's see. So, what else I got going on? So I got a bunch of stuff here. While I was gone, a bunch of things came in. As usual, I've got my 2 sub 250 crates from FEV Crate. For some reason, they came in the big box, and they're pretty heavy. So, got 2 of those to review. Let's see, I've got the FPV Lux bag here. FPV Crate also sent me one of their swag bags with the shirt. This one is actually, they're actually sending me this one, or they sent me this one for free, so thank you so much, FPV Crate. The sub 250 crates that I've been buying forever, those are coming out of my own pocket. So I've got these 2 as well. Not entirely sure what's in this box. It's from Defiance RC. This one is... Oh, a crappy battery strap. Would you guys stop sending me this garbage? I hate these things. It's like e-waste. Ah, here we go. So, if you've been following along for a while, you know that I've had my my Orca goggles and my Tango 2 custom Cerakoted by a guy out in Orlando. That's in Florida. I was going to see if he could do that to my Mambo, but I bought one of these in the meantime. The Nostalgia shells are just... These are just so cool. I really like these. So that's what was in that box. Yeah, I've heard GoPro's been going bankrupt for about 4 years now. Speedy Troll says, Speedy Cares package will be headed to you as soon as JB's done with it. Oh, awesome, man. Thank you so much. I've got plenty to add to it. So I've got that. Still playing around with the Cosmo Streamer box. That's been a really fun little project. I need to find a way to get decent internet out into my field so I can live stream at like 60 frames per second to try to show off how well that thing works. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this vote down here in just a second. Seems like people want the Acon AK32 ESC Elemental P V2. Let's see. So I can give you guys a good close-up of what it is. Here it is. This is the Acon 32 ESC. These are some of the best ESCs I've ever used. Super durable, super reliable, super. So that'll be it. All right, cool. We're gonna do that. All right. Is Acon available in UK hobby shops? Anyone? I do not know. All right, so let's do $5 super chat. Get you on the wheel for this guy. You can do super chat. Just remember, YouTube takes 30%. Or you can do to PayPal if you want. You can find the link over at tweetfv.com. If you do that, just make sure you put in the video or in the comments that you did that, so I can double check the the telephone thing. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll spin that sucker here in about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or whatever. But so I've built up the AOS 5. I got one right here. It's a very interesting frame. There's some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. It is a little, I don't know. I like when they use countersunk screws, but then I don't like when they use countersunk screws, if that makes any sense. It's just makes it harder to find replacement hardware. But it flies really, really well with very little tuning. The black box logs are super clean on it. Let's go to the wheel of misfortune. There we go. This was last time here. Let's get you all off there. JVFPV. Got you on there one. JVFPV. By the way, I will randomize this before I spin it. And shipping, just keep an eye on where you live because of shipping costs. We got Borked. We got EDOC. Ellie, whoop. Got you on there. Let's see. Current JW, 30 by 30. All right, I got a new poll up there. I'm curious what parts you guys need the most. Do you need flight controllers, ESCs, cameras, or VTXs? I probably should have put motors in there, but go off YouTube. Why would you let me only put 4 things to vote on? Hey, Brandon. Welcome back. You got that Taycan tuned up. I like the look of the Taycan, but I don't like the Taycan. And also, Ruby Moon Coffee here. If you want to hook up my buddy, buy yourself some awesome coffee. Use my coupon code TweetFPV for $1.50 off each item. He has these Cosmo Bites. It's dark chocolate covered of his roasted coffee beans. He's not selling them to over the internet. He's selling them to locals. Oh my god, they're so good. Let's see. Let's check the old confuser here. Air units. Needs air units. You need the air units, or you need the whole mess? Oh, PayPal changed. I don't like it. Why do you do this, PayPal? All right. Let's see. Brandon Baked Beans. I don't need anything. I'm satisfied with the parts and drones I have right now. Brandon, do you still not have a 5-inch quad? Always hath been. Does your first name start with a Z? And I do not like what PayPal's done with their interface. On their mobile interface, it sucks. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. Come on, we're done. All right, we're right there. Sorry, I got too many things going on at once. Speedy's on there. RC Quads, FTW. That's a new name. Thank you for playing along. Got you on there for one. Brandon Mackey says the only thing I really want now is a 7-inch long-range platform and a nice GoPro. Don't have a 5-inch. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Always have been. Got you on there. Alley-Up doesn't have a 5-inch either. You got to get a 5-inch. Like, for some reason, I mean, there's a reason why that's like the go-to standard for flying. Let's see. Athex, did I get my PayPal? No, I don't. Hang on. Athex, your first name starts with a D, right? Access FPV, never been a collector. Yeah. I don't know. Every time I don't fly a lot of 5-inches. I race them, and then I mostly fly like toothpicks, micros, things like that. And every once in a while, when I do fly a 5-inch, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool, I got you, Athex. It's so hard to keep track of who's who based on Discord, YouTube, normal names. it's hard to keep track of who's who. But every time I get in and fly a 5-inch for acro, just for myself, I'm like, oh, that's right. That's why this is the standard. Like, it's something about it. Brian, I just got here. What I missed? You missed a ton of shit. Basically, Pyro sucks. Race Day Quads is awesome. Happy Model has decent customer service. Buy a Voron, build a Voron 2.4. Beta FPV has a new Express LRS module coming out. I get confused very easily by words and names, and we're doing a super chat giveaway for a Acon AK32 all-in-one ESC. $5 super chat. Hit up either the super chat or you can do PayPal. Just let me know if you did it. That about sums it up. Oh, shit. I forgot there was 2 other things I wanted to talk about, and I totally missed them. We have a batch of new radios coming out. I want to know what on earth you guys think. Where's my chat window? Where's my preview? There we go. All right, so we now have a radio being offered by Orca. Orca, the masters of teasing nothing, have teased forever that they're coming out with new product, and everybody's basically just completely themselves about, oh, there's new goggles. No, they're going to tease you along for a while. They came out with a controller. What do you guys think? It looks like a cheap piece of garbage. I will be buying one just because I consider it a business expense. They do have this 3D grip, the grip tape on there. They're starting to learn. I got a feeling my days are numbered. So what do you guys think? It looks like a Tango 2. But the one I'm really, really interested in is this one here. Why do you open on a different window? I don't understand you. This guy. This one is the one I am very much interested in. This is the Jumper T Pro, supposedly. It looks exactly like the DJI controller, and the Tango 2 went and had a controller. Unfortunately, this one's being advertised as a 900 megahertz radio solution. If this was a 2.4 daily and it wasn't a complete steaming pile of garbage, this might be a pretty darn good radio. So Orca's making a Tango 2. I think they're selling it as a beginner radio for simming more than anything, but it'll depend on what the price is and what the capabilities are. I have one of the T8 Pros or whatever it is. It doesn't have a screen, one of the Radio Masters. I gave it to my daughter so she can sim. No screen. It has one that comes on and off of it, but yeah. So what do you guys think of that? So this is exactly what the top of the DJI FPV radio for like the drone looked like. from what I recall. So, yeah. What do you guys think? God, I hate this program. There we go. Looks like it's going to support a micro JR bay. I definitely will be picking one of these up as well, just because I want to see if it is the same fit as the DJI radio, because then I can market one of my brands of grips directly for this. Brian, because Bob Ruge finally told everybody why he doesn't work with Pyro Drone anymore, and it's the same reason why I won't work with them anymore either. Looks super, I want to say you're meant chintzy, but it looks super Chinese. It just looks like a Tango 2, yeah. June Loco, did you super chat? Oh, you did, sorry. Did I get you? I did not get you. I got you. By the way, guys, take a look at the screen. If I forgot your name for some reason, you please let me know. I get distracted easily. Squirrel. Alt tab for life. Just like Tango 2, yeah. June Loco, gotcha. The radio works. If the radio works on Jumper T-Lite, it is great, and no sticky keys. Interesting. Tango doesn't have the top sliders, which is great. Also, great to put throttle limiter on. Yes, I do like that idea. Who makes that radio? Which one are you talking about? This one here? This one is going to be Jumper. I think it's going to be the Jumper T Pro is what it seems to be advertised as. I am very excited about this radio. I'll definitely be getting one when it comes out, seeing as I have every other damn radio that's been produced that's worth buying. Tango 2 grip should work well on that. Yeah, this thing here looks exactly like the DJI radio. I'm hoping my grips fit directly on there so I can start selling more of those. How much for the wheel? $5, Family Guyver. $5. Yeah, Mike Bergman Squirrel. You are not kidding at all. JV FEV. I am one JV on the wheel. I'm okay with that. Am I VJ1? You probably are. I feel like I'm dyslexic, but I might just be lazy. JV, FEV. There you go. Would you rather be JV or a VJ? Let's see if I can find a picture of the DJI FEV radio. There it is. So here's the here's the DJI FEV remote controller. And of course, horrible pictures or lack of pictures. Looks pretty darn similar to me. Yeah, it's like that and a Tango 2. What do you think? Does it look like a Tango 2 along with a DJI radio? I'm saying it is. I'm calling it. I think that's what it is. Hopefully it's not those same trash gimbals that they put in all those radios. Family Guyver. Got you in there, buddy. Boom. Let's see. VJ Ina. Yep. Mambo appeals for the robot. I don't know what just happened there. The world just fell. The world just started moving underneath me, and I wasn't moving with it. I don't know what the heck that was all about. That was weird. I'm gonna have to go back and replay that, see what that was. Rob Logan Jr., you're not too late, but we'll see how your luck goes. Morton Upshot, thank you as well. Baby Ape Reborn. Did I just almost pass out on stream? That would have been great for the YouTube shorts. Mambo appeals for the robot face. Yes, it does. Does look like a robot's face. Certainly does to me. You know, I've never experienced an earthquake in my life. If it was an earthquake. All right, so something we need to talk about. The TBS radio, the Mambo 2. That kickstand that comes with it is hot garbage. I like it, but the little pin that holds it falls out, and now she's gone. So this radio just flaps in the breeze. See this pin? I already just pushed this thing in, and it is already pushed back out. This stand needs a major rework. I'll probably just tap and thread it for like a 1.5 millimeter bolt. I don't know. It's one of those things that I've noticed. Oh, hang on. Dogs won't come in. I swear the dogs run shit around here. Yeah, there was I spent most of my life in Michigan. There was one earthquake like maybe 6 years ago. No, maybe 10 years ago. I didn't feel it, but it caused quite a bit of damage. Brandon McBeans, it is a Acon AK32 Elemental P V2 ESC. All the letters and all the acronyms. That guy right there. But, all right, so I think that's it. Let's everybody check out the board. Make sure you see your name on there if you entered. DIY FPV. You're on there. Let's see. All right, so we'll get you on the board for the ESC. Let's shut this thing down in maybe another 2 minutes here. Make sure your name's on there if you haven't seen it. Also, I don't know why Orca's doing it, but they started a WhatsApp group to discuss their radio. I joined it, and within an hour, I had like 500 messages. It was just a bunch of BS and people wanting to test it. So I just left it. Do you ship to Ohio? No, I avoid Ohio. Ohio is one of those places. Their chief export is rust and poverty, and I avoid it at all costs. No, of course I ship to Ohio. I lived in Michigan, spent a lot of time in Ohio. It's Darts. How you doing, my friend? You're in here to screw up the competition? It's Darts for 2. Gotcha, it's Darts. Oh, yeah, this is standing desk. I stand all the time. Even at work, I use the standing desks. I prefer them. And now I got a cat clawing at the door. Man. Everybody wants something. All right. It starts. I'm on the road. Just finished 8 packs. Awesome, man. Do you fly many of the bandos in your area? I don't see a lot of bando flying now that Ladrib and Voron or Vortex aren't in the area. But I know that place is like Mad Max time, so there's always bandos. Oh yeah, there's weird things about food. That's why my buddy over at Ruby Moon Coffee, that's why he's not selling his little meteorite bites, is because the chocolate then makes it food. Never. Okay. Lots of broken stuff that way. All right, so let's close out this poll. It says everybody needs ESCs. She's sofa surfing? Yep. Mary. She's one of those weird dogs. All right, so what do you need more? Most of you will need ESCs, then flight controls, then cameras, then VTXs. Yeah, I find myself not really killing a whole lot of cameras and VTXs. I need batteries more than anything. Let's see, what gear do I kill the most? Mostly frame parts. I break frame pieces, especially racing. Racing is pretty darn abusive. All right. And just to sweeten the pot, whoever wins, I'll throw in a set of FPV radio grips of your choosing. You can always find those over at tweetfpv.com. All right. AIOs wasn't in the list. Yeah. They only let me put 4. You need AIOs. You seem to be going through those things like water. All right, guys. I'm going to shut this thing down in just a few seconds, and we'll spin this and see who wins the thing. Oh, the other thing that I missed on the recap is join my Patreon. You're not going to want to miss the giveaway for November, possibly December. Also, Easter eggs of what the giveaway is have been in this video the whole time, and have been in my last couple videos as well. So you guys can possibly suss it out. I don't know when I'm going to let the cat out of the bag about what it is I'm giving away. If my patrons decide skip November so we can make December freaking amazing, then I will let you guys know probably the first week of December. There you go. All right, guys. Shutting this thing down. 5, 4, 3. Oh, wait. Everybody look. Make sure you're on there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Entries are closed. Let's shuffle. Who knows what my next question is going to be? What time? 10 and 50. Give me a number. June Loco, good luck. 45, says Athix. So here's a real mind F. You picked 45. What if you... So if you lose, is it your fault? Because you picked the time. Ah. All right, guys. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for coming out today. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for anybody who is in the Cool Kids Club. And if you want to get in on all the cool stuff going on, head over to tweetfb.com. And you'll find ways you can support me either actively or passively. The affiliate links help out a ton. Oh, let's see. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Borked? Is it going to be DIY FPV? Oh, I think it's going to be DIY FPV. Oh, it's going to be It Starts. DIY FPV, congratulations, you are the winner. Please hit me up at tweetfpv@gmail.com or over on Discord, and we can talk about shipping and all that other stuff. Congratulations, DIY FPV. Whatever the cue was. Yeah. All right, folks. From what I understand, Bardwell is off today, so you guys have a 2 hours of flying before Aaron Ciotti FPV comes on. Ciotti FPV, big friend of the channel. I've been supporting him since damn near day one. Super cool dude, and he's been giving back to the community forever. The dude's working now. He's working with drones, doing commercial shoots. Very, very inspirational. Speedy, thank you so much for using the crap out of that RDQ link. The Get FPV link is still broken. So if you're using the Get FPV link, I appreciate the effort, but it doesn't, I don't know. They're not interested in helping me out with that. All right, folks. Well, that's it for me today. Thank you to Sweetie and Mary for joining me and trying to scare the crap out of you. Mary, doing an awesome job. Keep it up. You are a total lazy pile of dog poo. I should change the color of my lights one of these days. All right, first person with a new color, put it in the chat. I'll change the color. I like the purple. I do like the purple, but maybe we're due for a change. What do you guys want to see? Green. All right, hang on a second. There we go. We're going green. We're going to go green to match the Voron. All right, guys. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you for coming out. And remember, share the love and be positive. Stay positive. Keep being positive. And positive things will happen to you. Maybe. I don't know. See you around.